fraternity has suffered yet another loss. Just after we heard of the passing of baby Jake Matlala, former Mamelodi Sundowns owner Zola Mahobe, who was credited for transforming the Brazillians in one of the biggest clubs in the country, passed away on Saturday. Reports say he collapsed at his home in the presence of his children. Well, to tell us more about this, we are joined from our Pretoria studio by Mamelodi Sundowns Supporters Coordination Manager Alex Shakoane. Good to have you, Alex. Thank you very much for being our guest here on Morning Live.
Thank you very much to you and to the viewers.
Alex, speak to us about Zola and your first meeting with him.
Look, Zola came to Sundowns, I think, 1985. By then, Sundowns was owned by the two doctors and a businessman in Mamelodi, Fish Kekani and Dr. Sbutsani, Dr. Itsweng. Sundowns was struggling, financially by then. And when he came to Sundowns, it was like a kind of relief to Sundowns supporters and the community of Mamelodi.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, why would you say that? What did he bring to the team?
He brought at the time most of the teams were not as professional as they are right now, and he brought to Sundowns professionalism and incentives, and also he made sure that Sundowns players go out there to camp. They go out there. He also introduced dietitians to Sundowns players. A lot of things changed, he bought very expensive players, and he was very, very, flamboyant and arrogant. And, there were only two teams that were known in the PSL by then, and he changed the complexion of football in South Africa.
Yeah, which is quite a massive credit to him for having achieved something like that. But if you had to reminisce about him and think of perhaps one of those memories that stands out for you, what would it be?
His love for Sundowns players. He loved the players and the community of Mamelodi like you can't believe it. He's the only man, I think, in the PSL right now and before who took the players, their wives and girlfriends, and the managers of the club by then overseas to go watch Everton against Liverpool in the FA Cup final. So he spent a lot of money making sure that he changes the complexion of football in the country. He also made it his business to bring in female supporters to the club, and will run around the country, mobilizing ladies to come and join Sundowns. And we were the fast growing team by then.
We talk about Zola, but unfortunately we also have to bring up just some of those dark moments in his life. And I think that unfortunately we do have incidents such as the fraud case, which I imagine really affected him in a bad way. He was sentenced to 10 years. As you say, he was I think he served, as you say, about 5.5 years of that. Did he ever recover from that?
Not exactly. He didn't really recover from that. But, the kind of love that he got from Sundowns supporters and the community kept him going. But financially, he didn't recover from that.
Yeah, financially, but emotionally. I mean, surely that must have done a lot to him as an individual as well.
It did, but he was a very, very strong man. He's got a very strong character, and also, you are only strong once the people surrounding you give the kind of love that you expect from them. He got love from everybody. Wherever he goes, people will respect him. You must understand that during the times when he got into this trouble, we were still under the apartheid regime, and people by then were saying that he was taken from the rich, given to the poor.
Yeah. So let's describe that era in South African football in the 1980s when Zola was around.
Yeah, look, it was pretty tough. There was no money in the clubs. Players were being paid about 300, 200 rand a month. And, there was no proper meals for the players. Players were not camping. There were only two teams, I should think, who did all these things that I'm talking about, who would pay incentives, who would really go out there and make sure that their players camp before the games. But now when Zola came and he lifted the bar, and everybody wanted to catch up with Sundowns. So it changed the whole thing. You know, it's like wherever we were going, we were called, you know, like now they use the term cheese boys, the spoiled people. So people associated with Sundowns were called cheese boys. And, you know, once you are associated with Sundowns, people expected you to have money, because Zola was, wherever we went, we would spoil people, we'll buy everything for supporters and make sure that whoever is around us is happy about whatever he's getting from the club.
Alex, thank you so much for talking to us. Thanks for sharing your memories and talking to us about Zola Mahobe. Let me try that again. Yeah. Mahobe, whose memorial service is going to be held tomorrow. Quickly, where is the memorial service?
The memorial service will be at the Tshwane City Hall, which is corner Paul Kruger and the Sachi, at 1 o'clock tomorrow. I'm urging all Sundowns supporters, those that have been long with Sundowns, those that know Zola well, to be there tomorrow, because really we want to give him an unbelievable send-off.
And I'm sure you will. Alex Shakoane, thank you very much for talking.